Hello guys, welcome to ixamBee. Good afternoon. So as you know, we are a few days away from the next NABARD Grade-A exam. We bring you a series of videos that will help you in your preparation, and our videos will cover each and every part of your exam preparation. So today we'll see general awareness and some MCQs based on the third week of May. Before we start, here is a new batch that is starting from 1st June 2021 for NABARD Grade-A, and we offer courses for a generalist and legal as well. And this is why NABARD's course at iXamBee is different from others. Apart from more than 700 video lessons, 10,000 practice questions, 500 study notes, we provide you live classes for doubt clarifications. So when you join iXamBee for your NABARD Grade-A course, you are not left alone. And also, here is a beautiful offer for you people. If you have been vaccinated with dose 1, or if you have registered yourself in the CoWIN portal, by uploading that slip, you can get up to 35% off in our NABARD Grade-A course at iXamBee. Just visit our website, that is www.ixamBee.com. So before starting up, we need to see like what is the exam pattern, and I hope you people are already aware of the exam pattern. So the general awareness consists of 20 marks, that is 20 questions, 20 marks, and ESI 40 questions, 40 marks, and ARD, that is agriculture and rural development, 40 questions and 40 marks. So the beautiful thing about NABARD grade is the weightage for general awareness is less. That means you do not have to cram a lot, unlike other exams where general awareness consists of 80 marks and 80 above marks. Here at NABARD Grade-A, you only have to remember stuff for 20 marks only. That doesn't mean you need to skip the section altogether, because it is not possible to clear NABARD Grade-A exam without studying general awareness properly. And also there is always an overlap between ESI and general awareness section. I will let you know कि वो कैसे differentiate करना है आपको. When you read a news, both kind of questions can be framed, like question can be framed in ESI point of view as well as GA point of view. So this is the first news we'll see, that is RBI board has approved the transfer of 99,122 crores as surplus to the government. So this is the news that can be that can be asked in both ways, from general awareness perspective as well as ESI perspective. So when we see, they may ask like what is the exact amount RBI has given to the government, that is rupees 99,122 crores. So in case of ESI, let's see the question. So here is a question: which of the following statements about RBI is true? So this question is basically asking some concepts about the dividend payout policy of RBI. So this kind of question you can expect in your ESI paper. So here are the three statements. RBI is bound to pay whatever the central government demands as dividend. Central board's approval is necessary before any dividend payout. RBI needs to maintain some contingent risk buffer, that is CRB, to ensure the economy against tail risk of financial stability crisis. If you want, just pause your video and try to attempt this question, and do not forget to mention your answer in the comment section. So the answer for this is D, that is 2 and 3. Yes, we all know that RBI is not bound to pay whatever the central government demands. So it is up to the RBI, and RBI decides the amount to be paid to the central government. So here is more insights about surplus distribution policy of RBI. If you want, just pause the video and read it completely. So here is the second question: which of the following items is or are not RBI's earnings? We saw like RBI's dividend policy, and RBI provides the money to the central government from its earning only. So which of the following items is or are not RBI's earnings? Yes, printing of currency notes. It is one of the RBI's expenditures, not earnings. Okay. So this is the third question, again based on RBI's distribution policy of dividend. Which of the following committees are somehow related to RBI's surplus transfers? In the first question, we saw about dividend distribution policy of RBI, and it is asking which are the following committees that are related to RBI's surplus transfer. Yes. So the answer is 1 and 2, that is Bimal Jalan Committee and Malegaon Committee. We saw here the Bimal Jalan Committee. The surplus distribution policy of RBI was framed by Bimal Jalan Committee, and a technical committee of RBI board headed by YH Malegaon in 2013. It reviewed the adequacy of reserves and surplus distribution policy. So these are the two committees that are linked to this distribution policy, dividend distribution policy of RBI. So recently this was also in the news. Which of the following is considered as accounting year of RBI? Yes, April to March. So RBI has earlier decided to align its July to June accounting year with government's April to March fiscal year. Earlier, RBI used to have this July to June accounting year, and it has recently decided to change this to April and March with the central government. So here is another news. IDRBT, that is Institute for Development and Research in Banking Technology. It is building a next generation digital financial infrastructure named National Digital Financial Infrastructure, NADI. So here is a question based on that news. The Institute for Development and Research in Banking Technology, that is IDRBT, is an arm of which organization? So as we saw in the news, it is an arm of Reserve Bank of India. So in your GS section, it becomes very important to know each and every concern of RBI, each and every arms of RBI. They may ask direct question based on this. So RIDF, it is one of the major funds managed by NABARD. So what does the D stand for in RIDF? It is a very simple one. Yes, it is development, that is Rural Infrastructure Development Fund, that is RIDF. Let us see some concept based question on this RIDF only. See, these kind of questions you can expect in GA, and some concept based question you can expect in ESI section. So let us see one more question on RIDF. So which of the following statements about the RIDF is true? These are the three statements. RIDF was set up in 95-96. The main objective of the fund is to provide loans to state governments only. State-owned corporations cannot make use of the fund. The activities is to be financed under RIDF as classified under three broad categories, that are agriculture, social sector and rural connectivity. So only 1 and 3 statements are correct. First and third statements are correct, because state-owned corporation can also use this RIDF fund. Not only the state governments are allowed, state governments as well as the state-owned corporations are allowed to make use of this RIDF fund. And please remember the three broad categories of RIDF, that are agriculture, social sector and rural connectivity. If a state is getting fund out of RIDF, the state or the state-owned corporation need to spend it on three broad heads, that are agriculture, social sector and rural connectivity. So why RIDF was asked? Because NABARD sanctions rupees 486 crores for Assam under its RIDF. It was in the news. That is why we have put a question on RIDF. So this is how the questions are framed in real exam. And also you can see here is a clip from our Bpedia. This is how we cover news in Bpedia. About NABARD you can see, about RIDF you can see here. These are the learn along section, or these are the basic section where you will read more about RIDF and NABARD. So it is also a basic question from this can be asked in ESI. Which of the following statements about gross national product, that is GNP, is or are true? Rise in GNP necessarily means the increase in the wealth of at least half of the population. GNP of India does not take Indian citizens' income. GNP measures the national production, not domestic production. So only the third statement is correct, because yes, we know GNP measures the national production and GDP measures the domestic production. So GNP of India does not take Indian citizens' income earned in abroad. This statement is incorrect. Rise in GNP necessarily means the increase in the wealth of at least half of the population. This is also illogical. So let us see some questions on WTO. Which of the following statements about WTO is or are true? These are the three statements. The General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade, that is GATT, gave rise to WTO's formation. WTO is a UN specialized agency. The Ministerial Conference is the topmost decision-making body of WTO. So only first and third statements are correct. WTO is not an UN specialized agency. It is an intergovernment organization. So which of the following are the councils of WTO? There are certain councils of WTO. The question is asking which of the following are the councils of WTO. First, second and third, that is Goods Council, Services Council and TRIPS Council. These are the three councils of WTO. There is no such council as Economic Council in WTO. Please remember, these are the three councils of WTO. So which of the following statements is true about geographical indication, or that is GI? GI is a name or sign used on products which corresponds to a specific geographical location or origin. Geographical indications protection is granted through TRIPS agreement. Tirur beetle leaf has GI tag from Kerala. All of the above statements are correct. Please remember, this is one of the most important information with respect to GI, that is geographical indications protection is granted through TRIPS agreement. You have to remember this. So here is another news. Haryana and Gujarat reimburse GST components paid for COVID-19 related medical supplies. जितने भी मेडिकल सप्लाईज कोविड-19 रिलेटेड के मेडिकल सप्लाईज हुए हैं, तो हरियाणा एंड गुजरात ये दोनों स्टेट क्या किए हैं, इस पे जो भी जीएसटी कंपोनेंट्स है उसको रियम्बर्स किए हैं, मतलब दे हैव रिटर्न्ड दैट जीएसटी कलेक्शन. सो लेट अस सी a question based on GST. Which of the following is or are the advantages of GST? Yes, all of the above are advantages of GST. Creation of unified common market, streamlining taxation process, increase tax compliance, discourage tax evasion. These are the advantages of GST. Which of the following items is not exempted from GST? Of course, outdoor dining. We know probably 18% is the GST for outdoor dining. Liquor, petroleum products, tobacco products and distribution of electricity, these are the exempted section from GST. So in Ayushman Bharat program, the expenditure incurred in premium payment will be shared between central and state governments in what share for all states and UTs except northeastern and Himalayan states. You know, all the central government schemes, or at least the flagship schemes, are very important for your NABARD Grade-A exam, because you can find questions from schemes both in your phase 1 and phase 2. So Ayushman Bharat program is a flagship scheme, so you need to know the details of the scheme. So the answer is 60-40. Please remember this, the share of center is 60% and state is 40% for all the states and UTs with legislatures. And for northeastern and Himalayan state it is 90-10, and for the union territories without legislature it is 100% funded by center. So Maharashtra is the state with the highest number of World Heritage sites. World Heritage status is given by which of the following organizations? Yes, the answer is UNESCO, United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. This is the organization responsible for giving the World Heritage status. So guys, this is the end of the session. I hope you liked the session. If you have liked the session, please feel free to share this with your friends, and like, subscribe to our channel to get more such videos. Have a good day.